Moving on now, in Jammu and Kashmir, the government is mulling over a mandatory registration of WhatsApp groups in a bid to curb rumour mongering. The government plans to seriously deal with any trouble mongering and incitement of violence through the messaging app. The move comes amidst periodic blackout of internet services during unrest in the valley. Handawara is meanwhile limping back to normalcy after authorities decided to remove 3 contentious army bunkers from a crowded market area. Now, the row over the alleged molestation had seen days of clashes and as many as 5 deaths. The WhatsApp curb comes after the app's owner, Facebook, recently introduced end-to-end encryption to make messages private.
जो हम WhatsApp चलाते हैं, we are using that on our own numbers. तो that are already registered with the government as well as the central government. So उसके लिए आप बोल रहे हो register करना चाहिए, it's not a right thing. जो बाकी स्टेट में भी तो चल रहा है, उनमें तो रजिस्टर नहीं करते, वहाँ पे जो भी इट्स पर्सनल. व्हाट्सएप जो है इट्स पर्सनल. हम 21st सेंचुरी में अभी जी रहे हैं, सो ऐसा नहीं चलता इस टाइम पे.
The WhatsApp group should be registered, and it should be registered among the youths, because the innocent killings that are happening, the information that we get those informations due to these groups.
The government has to take simple steps for improving education, unemployment, and for the development of the state. And that will, I think, that will reduce the crisis here, the disputes over here. The government have to talk to the people, they have to interact with the people here, so that they can solve the disputes here.
Let's go across to Shuja ul Haq joining us over the phone lines. Shuja, good morning to you. Some would say this particular move that the government is mulling, it's an issue of national security, but the counter argument really is that such a move is infringing on the basic rights of citizens. So if the government does go ahead with this move, it will no doubt face a lot of flack.
Well, that's right, that's exactly what is happening. In fact, yesterday only we were getting information that many are, many in Delhi are also mulling to sort of raise this issue. Last night in our show only, Rajdeep Sardesai had gotten a message in which some lawyers in the Supreme Court were saying that they would go to court against it. So while the government here, in the state is saying that they are doing this to counter those issues of rumor mongering, but at the same time, this is a huge issue for those who think that there could be, this could be the beginning of, curbs on internet and associated services. Also at this point of time when in the world there's a huge debate about end-to-end encryption, and WhatsApp has in fact already started that. How well this will be taken by the community is something that one will have to wait and watch for. But on the face of it, it seems that this is being seen as a hindrance to free use of internet and its services. So clearly there would be a lot of flack that the government will face for it.
All right, Shuja, thanks for joining us with those details.
Belagavi district is facing one of its worst ever drinking water crisis this summer.